We welcome you back into our Pioneer postgame report where the Pioneers have just knocked off Wingate 88-85. I probably need to tell this guy the last time that the Pioneers knocked off Wingate. It was a while. Corey just sat down with us and said, you know, I've never beaten him. And so it was 2011, last time that it had been done. It had been 11 straight games. And they had been close games. They had been very competitive games. And tonight was no exception. 88-85. And you let me in on a little secret. Man alive, I think it really worked for your team, especially in that first half.
Well, you know, I would like to say that it was the press, and it could have been, but I think it would just also had to do with the fact that we were playing Wingate.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, I don't know that we wouldn't have come out with a great deal of focus and energy regardless of the press. However, I liked it. The one thing about the press is that you know, we can't stay in it too long. The longer we're in it, the more comfortable we are, or they become, and you know, they started to get some easier and easier things. So I thought we were in it for the right amount of time, and then, you know, if it helped bump up our energy, then great. Right. I'll take the credit for it.
And you did, and you got off to a good start offensively. Corey was open. I mean, you weren't taking forced shots or rush shots, and everything seemed to be working, especially early.
Well, I agree. You know, we talked about the fact that I felt like definitely against Belmont Abbey, we took a lot of our early shots were threes, and they were not. They were perimeter pass threes, and that's not something you want to do, especially early in the game. You want to see the ball go through the rim first, or a step-in three from an inside-out pass, you know, from chase or penetration. And so I felt like that helped us seeing those shots going first. You know, it's interesting. You know, we can sit here and say that we've scored 88 points against Wingate team, who's obviously,
that's impressive.
You know, Brian Good is one of the best that we play. Definitely, you know, as far as their team's playing hard defensively, and to say that we scored 88 points, and Ronnie Blayard. Ronnie, you know, who's probably playing the best of anybody more consistently, does not have a good shooting night.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he was extremely big in a lot of other ways.
Yes.
And he did a really great job. But he, you know, so we scored 88 with Ronnie going 3 of 12 from the floor, and so, you know, I think that bodes well for our team. Obviously, Corey shot it extremely well. You know, we've been waiting on that. To see a full 40 minutes where he shoots it well. We've seen some halves. We saw 2 halves tonight. That was great. I thought Chase Mounts was really good. Now, that's a tough task. You know, when you've got a 6'9" guy who's big and strong and physical right behind you, and then when he comes out, they put another 6'9" guy who's now long and athletic and strong. You know, but I thought he was really important. We kept trying to get him the ball, and then he made good decisions. I thought Connor, you know, had some really good minutes for us. To give Chase a break, and then he got in foul trouble in the first half. And then, you know, a great team effort. I mean, you know, you could sit here and go all the way down the list and talk about all the guys that play well, but you'd be talking about everybody, because I thought we played as a team about as well as we can play. We shared the basketball, and we made plays.
You know, we, in the first half, got that good lead, and then it was physical, ticky-tack, whatever you want to call it. It was weird. A bunch of fouls. I look out there. We got a bunch of newcomers and a bunch of freshmen, and you maintain to
absolutely.
halftime.
And you know, that's what you want to see, even this early in the season. You know, 4 games in, I look out there and we've got Trey out there running the point. Keaton's out there. Caleb's out there. Zach Hartle was out there. And I think Connor may have been with him or something like that. Or maybe it was Ronnie. At any rate,
Ronnie was out there,
You got like 3 freshmen and a sophomore and a junior. And they did great. They did great. Keaton made a big 3. Zach Hartle made a big shot, made a big 3. They had a great floater in the first half. So a lot of things, you know, it was definitely a team effort. And the more experience we get those young kids, the more comfortable they play and the more confidence they get. Man, we're just going to be better and better down the stretch.
Yeah, you know, Kendall turns the ankle in the first half, and I saw it on the video on the replay, and it didn't look good. And I think he just persevered through that.
Yeah. You know, obviously I know Kendall. He's been my guy now for 2 years. I know what kind of kid he is. I know what kind of dog he's got in him. He's got that fight in him. And my assistant, Jay Wilburn, is telling me, Coach, we got to don't go with. Put Ronnie into the point. Put somebody else in. You know, Kendall's done. He's probably done for the game. And I looked down at Kendall and I said, Kendall, can you go? He said, yeah, I can go. I said, all right, go. And because he's a senior and he's been through the battles and he's just got that fight in him, so we wanted him to go out. Now, if we didn't feel like he could do it, then I would have done something about it. But man, you can't hold that kid down.
No.
He's got too much competitive spirit in him.
We had 15 lead changes. We had 10 ties, and then they take a 7-point lead at that point. And I thought, without Cureton, he's not out there on the floor. And I thought, what in the world is going on here? But you guys, you've been the comeback kids this season. It was a manageable comeback.
It was, but that's the thing we keep talking. You and I keep talking about this team. There's just they stay so poised and composed in very dire circumstances. We never got shook. We never got anxious. We didn't start jacking bad shots. We stayed the course. We made plays on the defensive end. We made plays on the rebounding end, and then we made plays on the offensive end. And that's all you can ask of a team. And teams that do that win ball games. And we could easily sit here and say we should be 4-0.
Yeah.
But I think we're on our way to fixing. What we talked about was our problems. And if we can put another first half effort, out of the gate effort on the floor against Brevard on the road, I feel like hopefully good things can happen again. But, it's going to be a tough road game. That's a tough trip. It's a tough place to play. And you're talking about a team that can really shoot it, like always. So those guys are always dangerous.
Congratulations. Good win tonight.
Thank you, brother.
As Pioneer coach Mike Jones, as Pioneers knock off the Wingate Bulldogs by a final of 88-85. Join us this coming Tuesday when the Pioneers will be on the road for our final visit to Boshemer Gymnasium as a South Atlantic Conference member. That'll be Tuesday night. Doubleheader begins at 5:45. Coverage begins at 5:45. Women tip it up at 6. The men to follow. Pioneer basketball on the road on Tuesday. Many thanks to a lot of folks. The guy here, Mike Jones. Many thanks to Corey Fagan, yes, sir. And to Dom Donnelly, the Assistant Athletic Director here of Media Relations at Tusculum. Nick and Jenna throwing some really good stuff on the video today, by the way. It was really good. We appreciate that. Nathan Humbert and Jeff Moore. Your finals today, the Tusculum women fall 73-48. The Tusculum men win 88-85. Until Tuesday, I'm Brian Stayton. Good night from Pioneer Arena.